Hello, my name is Shudley and welcome back for another episode of Accelerator 3 as the Kingdom of Heaven, or the Papal States as the title says. We managed to conquer ourselves a bit of a corner in Eastern Africa already, last episode. And I think today we might be continuing on with that a little bit, although we may need to wait for the troops to arrive back. Oh, actually, I wonder, so is the smaller of the two armies, this one, that's traveling back to... I'm just going to station you in there instead. That way you won't be sailing about as much, and we'll have the troops there to continue fighting some more. We've got a smaller army, and then we've got a larger army, basically, in Italy. And the smaller army is going to stay back here, and we'll probably do a war against like something like Varsangali, although I think we may need to... Actually, I've got neutral relations with them, so we could potentially declare the diplomatic play already. It wouldn't be a huge amount of infamy. It might, in theory, cause some other nations to join in, but I think if we keep our infamy below 25 for the most part, I don't think there's going to be too much nations that bother joining in. Then I think we can actually go ahead and start with that. So we'll have the army in here already. Another thing that I've done... So first of all, the update 1.6 has released, but we're continuing on with the 1.5.13 until the end of this playthrough, just because I don't think it would be save compatible, and, you know, I didn't want to start this all over quite yet. But that's one thing, and I did disable the on-map things like the trains and such from moving. All that much like it. Well, actually, no, they do still move in there, but there's a bit less objects on the map at least, so it makes the game run smoother, especially in places like, if you're playing around Europe, then it just tends to reduce the... Or the game will be a lot more resource heavy, in the sense, for your PC to run. So I just figured that I'd do that. But anyway, let's start the diplomatic play. Also, another thing that's... So this one should be moving... Oh no, that's the fleet, okay. That's still there. So where is the army going? Well, I suppose it's traveling to Ethiopia. It's going to take 60 days to be there. Oh, we got some time. The port is fully employed. Another thing that we might actually want to do is queue up some more research. So the military tech is being now researched in Jean-Nicole. We did complete the quinine quite late last time, which did allow us to start working on colonies in Congo. Let's get some productions. We'll get the Steam Donkey queued up, and I guess we could also get the joint stock companies, which is right now spreading in the society techs. And after that, there's going to be organized sports, labor movement, and realism in the tier 2 in society techs there. So those will be at least queued out. I wonder if there's in military, well, there's quite a few tier 3 techs still to research in there, so it's going to be difficult to say which one's going to start spreading next. But that's alright. So now that we've got that sorted, we've got more than enough to provide all the innovation. I think, oh right, so innovation cap is a decent bit, yeah. Oh, tech spread isn't all that massive, but I guess it's better than nothing. Where's the army? So it's probably got like halfway through. Oh yeah, it's returning over there now. We're building a decent bit of stuff in... oh right, we're getting the Papal Congo port, so we can actually kind of link that to the market a little bit better. So our colony spread over here is a lot larger than what the Dutch is. Now, to be fair, the Dutch are spreading in several colonies. We are focusing only on one, so that does give us a bit of an advantage there. Our army should be in here shortly. No one's joined in yet, but that's fine. I think soon enough we might want to activate that army though, and it will probably wreck the enemy's troops quite quickly. The standard of living in Somaliland is at least improving, thus the turmoil is dropping. It's still relatively high, but at the start of the episode it was still at 62% or 63%, so it's been going down very rapidly. I think it might be time to mobilize this now and move it to the front line. Wait, did it? No, I don't think it actually took the order, did it? I don't think anyone's going to join in, so this should be a very quick war. We'll just make sure to... we'll take over the entire state here, and then what we might do is either do a war against Gujam, or take things like Alsa first, and then maybe Barana and even Sidamo, and then go for Gujam. But anyway, our army is set to be attacking, and I'm pretty sure that the enemy, first of all, it has very little troops there, and the troop quality is very small as well. Our organization is a bit low on the army here. I suppose you can command them, so it shouldn't be too bad. And it's just a matter of time before we overrun all of this. So I suppose Oh, right, they want the bigger army to be on the front line. Well, that can wait. There we go, that's already sorted. In which case, we could potentially start demobilizing it. Save us a bit on expenditure. Wait, did we not win that already? Oh, wait, I think there might have been like a... No. Oh, wait, no, they are advanced. Okay. I can't send this one back quite yet, can I? Well, I can't remobilize it. Returning home. Well, okay, so I may have been a bit hasty there. Unless they are willing to take the peace deal already, which I doubt they are. No, not yet. Okay. Well, I guess this gives us a chance to mobilize this and send it to the front line. It's going to take a little while, so in that time they'll probably retake some of the areas. If they are able to. Which I suppose is a possibility. They've got a very small army though, so I don't expect them to do much. Oh well, it took a little bit of chunk of land there. Well, I guess that's going to allow us to get the centered formation to the front, so that helps get one more mission done. We got an obligation already from one nation. Who do we have an obligation from, actually? Oh, Benin. I wonder if we can get one from Greece soon enough, and then we'd get that mission done. Little by little, get some of those entries completed. So how long until the troops arrive? That's probably going to take a while, isn't it? 78 days. Okay, it's a possibility that we might not have enough time to bring in the troops. Unless, actually, we'll just mobilize you and deploy to the front. If nothing else, we'll have them defend in there. I suppose since we don't have a general, I don't think we'll be able to attack. But if we can hold them back, even though, well, it is skirmish infantry, so we'll be mostly fine. So now if we have a look at the front line, yeah, so we're not advancing, but the enemy probably doesn't dare to advance now either, because they know that they'd get pummeled pretty hard. So there we go, that buys us some time. We've still got quite a few construction works going, although we've done a decent chunk of it. Now, if we have a look at our market a little bit, we do need more ammunition, mostly while we are at war. Definitely would like to get some more fine art, so that's something that we could probably expand further in here. We already got one level underway. We'll get another one. So it's 4 fine arts per level right now until we get some other text there and unlock some better production methods. We've got synthetic plants in Venetia. Now that's also something that I built. It was the private sector that built this, but it's going to provide some dyes for the textile mills in here, which honestly, it's not a bad thing. There's also some potential for silk plantation. Let's see. So, fine art definitely could use some more ammunition. Do need some more dyes. So, actually, that dye, all synthetic plants over there, is not a bad idea. Could use some more lead. To be fair for that, we could probably just get another lead mine over here. So that's going to keep us... oh, right. Now we're losing quite a bit of money since we activated the bigger army. But once this war is over, we'll be fine. So, a bit of a miscalculation on my part in there. But now that we've got this small army there, they are at least not advancing. And their war enthusiasm is already pretty low. They do not want to capitulate quite yet. As soon as the armies arrive here, which are almost there, that'll be good. We still got the small... No, that's the Papal African army. Okay, so they did combine already. Good. And we already got 121 innovation. So I don't actually know how much exactly we're producing. I mean, we could calculate it from there, but we've got more than enough right now, the universities. So that's good. And thus, at least the texts are spreading okay. It could be better. Also, another thing that we need to do is get some more bureaucracy so we can get the health system an upgrade. Oh, there we go. Send formation to the front. Make a peace. Oh, right. Well, that will be done soon enough then. How is the... I guess we'll get another, at least 2 more levels combat administration in Lazio. Right, how about you start advancing the front? End this war once and for all. It's a lot longer war than it needed to be, but I suppose on the bright side, the infamy is already at 0. I'm sure that after like 1 or 2 battles, we'll have this front line back in our control. Well, we pushed in a decent bit in there. Ooh, there we go. A naval base max level goes up. And I wonder what it's going to be spreading next in the Miltech. Right now we're getting the Steam Donkey. Ooh, soul-propelled torpedoes. Okay. Sure, we can queue that off. I'm going just with the ones that are spreading right now, at least. Just to sort of get those ticks done as soon as possible. So these are now going out to site somewhere. I don't know where they're ending up in, but they will probably take the peace deal soon. In a matter of a week or 2. Probably 2 weeks. And then we will have peace. And there we are. A piece completed. Solidify our position. Oh. Either would be a great power or prestige. Needs to go up to 866. Okay, we've got 425 right now, so it's not exactly ideal, but I suppose it could be worse. We're going to probably... So we've got a artillery foundry in here. We'll get the... Probably the breach loaders in there. It will require a bit more expensive resource, perhaps. We definitely need to get some more port levels in here. I suppose we could also get a railway in there, and that would probably be the smarter option. Eye of the Needle. Roman Curia are dissatisfied with the inclusion of the industrialists in the papal government. So either the Roman Curia loses -2 for the approval, industrialists lose -2 for approval, or we lose authority. I think the industrialists can afford losing a little bit. They've still got 13 or +13 loyalty in there, so it's not too bad. I'm getting another art academy built in our capital soon. We are also getting some more tooling workshops. The same goes for the private sector. They are building quite a bit. Also, some more synthetic plants, sulfur mines, more coal mines, fertilizer plants, explosives, more munitions. There's a lot of things that are being worked on. We got our GDP of 42 million now. We're number 7 worldwide, which kind of corresponds quite well with our current rank. We do get some prestige from being leading producers in certain things like small arms, wine, and fish. We are number 3, and in clippers we're number 1. But clippers we will stop producing at some point. But we are also increasing our fine art production now. So did that actually? No, we're not a leading producer in that yet. But I suppose the easiest thing to do is to check on the art academy. So we are number 5 in the producer. So Belgium produces a bit more than us. We are going to be increasing those levels a little by little. And I think we can probably get to number 3 with a relatively easy effort. So let's go ahead and build one more fine arts academy in our capital. That'll be worth quite a bit overall. And there we go. That's another building done. So we need to get the port down here. How is the standard of living looking like in our colony? We have gotten actually a little bit more expansion in there. We could build a rubber plantation there. There's not a lot of unemployed though. Like, the port is basically taking everyone that it can right now, and there's not enough. Well, yeah, it's 15,000 population there total. I mean, at least there's a lot of infrastructure, so I guess that's good. Could provide a lot of hardwood in there, but state construction efficiency and infrastructure are pretty low in there. I do actually wonder, did we... well, we did start incorporating the Niger Delta. Right now, there's actually plenty of infrastructure available in there. There's also a decent bit of workers still available, although you're waiting for more transport. Oh, steam engine time completed. Oh. The engine of progress. The manufacture of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Piedmont, thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across new papal railway lines. All aboard, the railway building throughput for 5 years is increased by 10%, or motor industry building throughput in Piedmont. So this is everywhere. This is in Piedmont, getting the throughput higher, or we get... Ooh. You know what, I'm going to take the tech, actually. Because that means that we'll be able to then get the steel railway cars a bit faster. And seeing as one of our secondary goals, if we don't succeed in it, that's fine, but secondary goals is getting our... or getting all the text research, which is one of the reasons why we got the institution, or not institution, innovation as high as we can. And then, of course, another thing that we need to do is increase the literary rate a lot. We probably do want to get rid of the censorship law at some point, but the right of assembly, who would support that? Rule folk intelligentsia, but neither one of those is particularly strong, and protected speech would be even better, but no one really supports it. Well, I mean, the same two groups would support that as well. I don't suppose there is a lot of laws that we currently need to pass. Dedicated police force would be something. The civic nobility would oppose that, but it's not too bad. And we got the petty bourgeoisie supporting it. But the likelihood of success is fairly low, unless we go ahead and reform the government a little bit else. So let's see, if we get rural folk in there, drop the industrialists, that'll give us like 15%, but that's pretty bad on the loyalty. So I might just go ahead and get the... Actually, we'll just reset it to the 90%, that's good enough. It means that we won't be able to pass most of the laws, but it's fine. But once we get the bureaucracy up a little bit further, we can then go ahead and increase our healthcare system, which means that population growth is going to be faster, since we're not going to be switching it to all of the more liberal things in terms of the migration controls. We could probably go to no migration controls, actually. Although that would... rule folk would oppose that vehemently. Petty bourgeoisie would oppose that quite vehemently. So that would reduce the bureaucracy that we have quite a bit, actually. Ooh, what's this then? Trade agreement in Austria. You know what? I'll take it. It will cost us a little bit of money. But it allows us to keep them somewhat good relations with us for now. Until we are ready to fight them. I think we might go for the no... You know what? No, we'll keep the migration controls. We don't have a lot of cultures that are accepted, mind you. It's only the North and South Italians. We could potentially eventually go for a bit less strict laws in here. But right now, there's not a lot... Actually, the landowners support racial segregation instead of national supremacy. Interesting, but there's also quite an opposition from the Roman Curia and Petty Bourgeoisie in here, so it's very likely that it would not pass. Plus, we want to keep a lot of authority to use. We're not going to go for ethno-state, mind you. But anyway, at least we've got that. Oh, inefficient agriculture. Yes, we shall follow their advice to get more migrants moving about. So if we got a lot of spare population in other states, they can move in. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people moving from outside the nation, mind you. But that's alright. We've got a standard level of 10.5, so that's at least been growing. We could potentially go for Madagascar at some point as well. Do we have the... Oh, right. So we don't have the army in here yet. Or do we have an army in there? Well, we got the small army. Which, to be fair, we could probably just turn it into a bit larger. If we take... Is this... Right, this is the Ethiopia. So actually, let's go and rename that. Or the Papal Ethiopian army. We could probably go ahead and set this to be... We'll put in the cavalry. It won't actually have a lot of cavalry. We'll have the thing in there at least. So we'll get one more infantry. We could probably get one artillery. And I guess we'll get one lancer regiment in there as well. Or battalion. So we can use that basically to clear out a lot of these enemies. We might want to go ahead and get a general. Stalwart defender is not a bad one. But I suppose, well, the pillager... would increase command a little bit. I think we'll go with the stalwart defender just in case. There we go. So that will increase our total military size in here a little bit. We're going to use that army basically to clear out a lot of these enemies. Getting another port level in Somaliland now. So that's going to get us to 4 out of 8. It's not bad. I mean, we don't have the text yet to get the best bonus out of it, but it's good enough. Still haven't got the obligation from Greece. Oh, no. There we go. Earn an obligation. Could I perhaps use the obligation for bringing it... Oh, they are already part of our market. We could form an alliance. I don't think I can get them as a protector, although it would be handy if they did. But yeah, no, I don't think we'll do that. We could probably just form a defensive pact with them. Maybe even an alliance later on. Ooh, there we go, there's the steam donkey. So now, actually, let's have a look at the... especially the places where we have a lot of mines. This one's a bit low on workers. So if we were to put in the steam donkey there, it would reduce the workers by 4,000. We require a bit of engines of coal, but that's not the end of the world. Also, do we have transportation in here? We've got a little bit, but probably not that much. Maybe 20 transportation. I suppose one of the things that we could do is just get another level of railway in here now. And then that will allow us to get some of that. Over here, we've got 2 levels of railways. The transportation cost is still bloody massive, though, so we'll give another level of that. I'll keep the construction rather busy for a while, I reckon. And we're about to get the bureaucracy, so we can increase the... I think we'll probably just increase the healthcare system for now. So now that we've got the steam donkey, what is spreading in production? Oh, threshing machines. I mean, it's probably not a bad thing. We can get that one. Although I wouldn't mind getting the steel railway cars, but in society we're getting the joint stock companies. That's actually going to unlock us yet another company. So if we all look at attainable companies... So, can't get the steel mill. Oh, that would be a pretty good one, though. What about that? No. The Papal Grain Society is something that we could do. I don't know, it wouldn't be profitable, or prosperity wouldn't be high enough, so that's a bit of a problem there. The Fabric Society is another one that wouldn't be profitable enough. Papal Plantations we can't do. Oh, Plantation Company of Apulia. That would be another option, but again, not quite high enough productivity. Silk and Dye Company would be another one that would potentially... Well, that would increase the influence, I suppose. We got the orchard once already, but we decided to not go with that. Because it didn't have the prosperity. There's the foresters one that we could actually get. That wouldn't be too bad. It would also improve the rubber plantations later on. Which we haven't built yet, but it's a possibility. And there's the metal No, actually, we can't do the metal one. We could do the Piedmont minerals. To increase both the sulfur and coal mine effectiveness, and later on fertilizer plant throughput. The food corporation would also be pretty good. Oh, that's a birthright. You know what? We'll go with that one. Which one was the one that we had? We had the papal paper, right? That increased the bureaucracy, which is quite handy. And now, speaking of bureaucracy, we've gotten some more. Let's go ahead and assign that on the health system. It's going to take quite a while, or 50 weeks to get it full level, but that's alright. We're still colonizing the state in Congo. That one hasn't gotten the third bit yet, but that will get some more soon. So how much do they have? There's only 40,000 in this area. So it's going to be very tiny population-wise. At least for now. But of course, if we can improve the standard of living in here, which... Well, it is improving. It's not great, mind you. Oh, there's actually some Italians moving in here. Oh, yeah. There we go. 4,500 Italians. I mean, I suppose some of them might be... like assimilated to the culture, but I think most of it is just people moving in. Released patients from the Rome Asylum have steadily denounced the practice involved in their supposedly medical treatments. Mistreatments of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishment were among the charges. We need to entirely revise how assignments work, so that would cost us £11,000 per week for 5 years. Well, the Lazia would increase, or the standard of living in Lazia for both lower and middle strata would increase by 1 for 5 years. So it's kind of okay, but a bit costly. Or Roman Curia can take over the asylum administration, lose some bureaucracy, but Roman Curia gets more approval, or we'll just, take the -2 in there. That'll be fine. It's not ideal necessarily, but it's less of a problem than the other two options would have been. There we go, now almost 45 million GDP, and I don't suppose we've gotten the barracks built yet. No, we've got 3 of them being built or queued up in here. They're not being built yet. We are getting another port in Somaliland, and also the railway is being built there. But it's a bit of slow production speed in there, so it might take a while. We could, I think we'll just wait until we have that army, and then we can do another fight in here. Like, that's a very tiny army. And that's going to be a fairly tiny army. We could potentially, especially if we can close off the Dutch colony over here in Congo, we can then go ahead and conquer Congo itself via land instead of having to do invasion, which would be the ideal situation. So we'll just let this expand a bit further. It's got almost 19,000 people now, so there's not that much people moving in, at least, but the population has increased. And South Italians, well, there's the 4,500 South Italians. There's also a few North Italians, actually. Ooh, there's this joint stock companies. Max urban. Oh, right, the urbanization per level, urban center, or urban center level. That's really nice. So let's go ahead and activate the food industry one. I believe that was the one that I planned earlier. I mentioned earlier, at least. So yeah, the extra 5% birth rate is going to be really strong once we get to that. And there we go. Establish a company completed. Another mission done. I don't know how far we are into learn the game thing. It doesn't exactly say how many more things there are. Ooh, ironclads. Right. We haven't unlocked too much of them. Oh, wait. How many do we have in the fleet anyway? We've got 45. We could probably go ahead and get a few more ironclads there. That'll be 5 more ironclads. There's a lot of frigates in there still, but that's fine. We got a little bit short of authority, but it's very tiny, so I'm not too worried about that. We could potentially fix that, to be fair, with just increasing the government wages a little bit. That would reduce the income that we have. It's not too bad, admittedly, so we could probably do that. And it, of course, means that the people working for government jobs then can buy more things, and then that increases the productivity of other things and all that. So actually, overall, we'll get more money, or some money back from that. Oh, we have no leader for the main army. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go out and get someone in here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll get 2 people in here, just to be on the safe side. That way we'll still have the 60... Ooh, right, we've got 61 in there. Didn't we have... Oh, I see. Let's go ahead and transfer a battalion to the other army. And I think what we'll do is we'll just transfer 1 infantry. There we go. So those should be now even out. And we're getting the barracks built in Somaliland now. So we'll have our army local in here. I mean, it's not a huge population in here, but it's okay. The turmoil is below 50%. That's already good news. How's the population looking like in here? It's there's actually a growing population of South Italians there. Alright then. I mean, that is actually quite handy. Still got quite a bit more conquering to do in here, but that's fine. I mean, how is Galeri? You've got, how many battalions? 5, okay. So with our 5, we should be able to just wreck them if need be. We may need to wait a little while for that. There we go. The population is going to be reaching 27 million shortly. The literacy rate is only 49% still, but it's been growing steadily. And if we can get a few more techs that allow us to increase it further, then we'll be in a pretty good shape. I suppose most of that won't be unlocked quite yet. At least the realism is going to be quite handy. And the organized port is spreading. Right, let's get that one queued up there. That's going to increase the prestige that we have, which is actually very useful, especially for the mission. But otherwise as well, of course. Oh, Austria is selling iron to us. Okay, let's actually have a look at the market again. So we've still got quite a shortage of fine art. We're selling some of that, but it's not too bad. We got 65 sell orders in here, so that's how much we produce ourselves. Are we on the... No, we're still not in the top 3, at least, in the... Oh, we're number 6 producer. Okay, so we need to increase our production drastically. I think, let's actually have a look at the local situation on fine art. So there's 15 trying to be bought in Piedmont. We produce only 4, so we've got like 1 level Arts Academy. We'll put on the 2nd level in there. The private sector is building a lot of various industries, including some more food industries, which is very handy. Some railways in Sardinia, apparently. Those are industries in Sicily. And various mines and plantations and all that. Also, getting some more paper mills as well. So, is there anything else that we need desperately? We could use some more glass, but we've probably got way too much porcelain right now. Yeah, we do have a little bit. I could probably just export some of that. We could export that to Jing. Well, there's probably some better... Brazilian market would be really profitable. Sure. May not be huge quantities, but the profitability is pretty nice. So we'll take that one. And we'll have our... There we go. The railway in Somalia is now completed. Of course, it probably won't be able to hire everyone. It's there's definitely a shortage of workers in here. But I suppose that will start providing some transportation, which can then be used to reduce the amount of workers needed. I suppose another thing that we could do is we could use a steam donkey over here in the iron mines, at least. I don't think the nitroglycerin... No, that wouldn't reduce the worker numbers at all. We could use the condensing pump, engine pump, though. It will increase the worker numbers a little bit. But I suppose it's slightly better jobs in there. So actually, would that reduce... Actually, no, it reduces the total amount of workers, but, you know, it makes them slightly better paying jobs, at least. As well, so that's actually really nice for the population's standard of living, all things considered. And the turmoil is, okay, it's growing a little bit now since, you know, a lot of them were laid off for a while, but that will start improving over time. Once again, the tooling workshop is now... Oh, right, one of the reasons why people are now, or the Italians are now moving into the areas of malaria is because we've got the quinine, so they can kind of survive in here. I suppose that's the thing. Do we have... Oh, yeah, we've got a lot of South and North Italians in here. Some of them might also be assimilating, to be fair. It might not all be just migration, but I think there is actually pretty good migration from various other stage totals. So it's got a fairly high attraction for migration. And there is plenty of... Oh, right, the dye plantation isn't really profitable yet. We got the rail transportation in there, but that might actually be the reason why it's not profitable. We got the railway now upgraded, so that's hiring some more people. We got that upgraded at least relatively recently. It's not quite profitable, but it's not too far off either. So that will probably be fine. I mean, we subsidize it anyway. How's the logging camp? Is there... We could put the steam donkey there, but I don't know if that wouldn't really be profitable. So we'll hold off on that one. How's the colony looking like right now? We've got 700 peasants. It's not a lot, but I suppose what we could do is we'll start building a rubber plantation in here. Getting some rubber going would be very handy in the long run, although right now it might not be that profitable. But having at least some in the market will allow us to then start utilizing more and more of it. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and the links down. Bye-bye.